Manchester United. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. West Ham versus Manchester United. Ah, I don't know where we're going. I don't know what the direction is. I really don't know what the direction is. It's an okay team today. It's an okay team today, but the direction of this club, ooh, I really don't know. Because at this point, you're meant to have an identity, right? Where's the identity? Where's the structure, right? The board are supposed to implement a structure and say, okay, if we're going to stick with this manager, there's no direction. Overall, what are they doing? We don't even know as fans if they're going to stick with Ten Hag, if they're going to fire him. But I think it's inevitable that Eric Ten Hag doesn't survive, right? It's actually inevitable that Eric Ten Hag doesn't survive. And it's it's a bit embarrassing for Manchester United that we're sticking with Eric Ten Hag and struggling in so many games. Our previous game, we got outplayed, right? The person that saved you, Ugarte, isn't starting today. That guy saved you from losing the game. Ugarte saved you from losing the game against Fenerbahce, but today you don't play him. What's actually going on with Eric Ten Hag? And overall, he lacks consistency, right? Today you're gonna win, tomorrow you're gonna lose, the next day you're gonna draw. That's lack of consistency. That's what we're experiencing with Eric Ten Hag. Lack of consistency, lack of direction, and lack of awareness. Because you can see that, okay, Ugarte, he's the guy that saved you in the previous game, right? His defensive awareness saved you from losing that game against Fenerbahce. And then you don't reward him with game time, with a start. That's crazy. And then also a player that was creating a lot last season. He was like your player of the month, Amad Diallo. You've just frozen him out. That's crazy as well. So Ugarte, Amad Diallo being frozen out is crazy, right? Rashford, he'll get a goal, he'll get an assist, but majority of the game, he's offering nothing. So the direction with our team, I don't know what the direction is. The board, they're disorganized as well. The manager, he's disorganized. So all around, we're just a joke of a club, right? We're just joking around, being disorganized. We watched Barcelona destroy Real Madrid and that was down to the manager, right? The manager determines how good you're gonna be for the rest of the season. It's all about the manager. The main thing is about the manager. Barcelona, you see how they're transformed under Hansi Flick, and you could have gotten this guy, but the board decided to stick with Eric Ten Hag, which is a massive, massive mistake. Right now, you're actually paying for that mistake. If you had Hansi Flick, he would make some of these players look world class, right? Because he's revived players like Lewandowski, revived a lot of those Barcelona players. They were struggling. Remember, we played them in the Europa League. That's how bad Xavi was, right? They were in the Europa League. We played them in the Europa League and beat them. So that's how bad Xavi is as a manager. And people want Xavi. This man struggled against Eric Ten Hag last season in the Europa League, right? We both got knocked out of the Champions League, ended up in the Europa, and Xavi was struggling. Xavi, we beat them in the Europa, and this is the manager you want? I think Xavi's not the guy, because he had better players at Barcelona. Lewandowski, he made Lewandowski look like a bum, like a below average player. So Xavi, imagine him with our average players. It won't work. It'll be Oli 2.0. It'll be Ten Hag 2.0 if Xavi comes. Because a lot of the people that want Xavi haven't seen him coach week in, week out. They only see the highlights when he wins. But this man is horrible. That's why they fired him. right? So Man United, if you sack Eric Ten Hag, bring in a manager that knows how to win, bring in a manager that knows how to be consistent, that knows how to set up a team. Overall, we don't have that. Man United, we don't have that. It's extremely hard to see the direction. It's extremely hard to see what we're actually doing. Because if the board actually appoints Xavi, it's a disaster as well. Because this man struggled so much with Barcelona, right? The season he won the league was misleading. A lot of people don't know that. It was misleading. The season he won the league was misleading. Real Madrid were out. Atletico Madrid were below average. He won the league like Leicester City, right? The other teams were just having a bad season. That's how Xavi won the league. It's not because he was unbelievable. It's because the other teams fell off so much, right? So Xavi at Man United with worse players is a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Barcelona, he had Frankie de Jong, Pedri. Imagine Xavi without midfield. That's not the answer, right? So people are only seeing Xavi's highlights. Ooh, he won the league, but that's misleading. Overall, Man United today is a massive game. If we get at least the first goal, that's gonna help us so much because we need points. Yes, we've fallen apart, but let's not end the season in the bottom half of the table, right? Let's not end the season with negative goal difference. Our season hasn't started well, but we can still prevent humiliation. We can still prevent negative goal difference. We can still prevent finishing in the bottom half of the table. We're playing like Frank Lampard, right? You expect these types of results from Frank Lampard, right? Bottom of the table. This is Frank Lampard style of football. Eric Ten Hag is playing like Frank Lampard. So overall, the board, by prolonging Eric Ten Hag, you're actually prolonging our suffering, right? If you got a manager during the international break, at least we'll be going into this game hopeful. We'll be going into this game excited, thinking, hey, we can get something here. We can actually fight back to get back in the top 4 race. Because if you actually look at it, how many points are we from top 4? Like 6, 7? If you got a proper manager, the top 4 race is back on. Europa League is back on. But the board have prolonged our suffering and by keeping Eric Ten Hag, right? So now, if you keep him till December, everything is gone, right? Europa League will be knocked out. Maybe we won't even be able to get top 6. If you keep Eric Ten Hag till December, we won't even be able to get top 6. He might win today, but we know as a manager, he's lost his consistency. The consistency is gone, right? Today you win, tomorrow you lose, tomorrow you draw. That's not how you actually win anything relevant. Your competition, they're consistent. Chelsea, yes, Chelsea lost their previous game, but that was against a good team, right? They're more consistent than us. Chelsea are more consistent than us. Liverpool, more consistent. Arsenal, more consistent. Man City, more consistent. And that's top 4, right? That's the top 4 gone. Even Aston Villa, they're more consistent. So that's top 5 gone. Man United, if you stick with Eric Ten Hag for the long game, you're going to lose. We're going to lose if we stick with this man for the long game. Because right now, you should have been actually cheering and saying, hey, at least now we have a new manager. At least now we can look forward to the season. But it's the same old. And we know, okay, Alejandro Garnacho, you're facing who? Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We've seen in training, Aaron Wan-Bissaka always deals with Garnacho well. So that's going to be a battle that's going to cause him problems. Bissaka will cause him problems. Yeah, top 6 is gone, bro. Top 6 is gone. Yeah, I did forget Liverpool. Top 6 is gone. No matter what. But what I'm saying is, if we got like a new manager, at least it's back on. Because it's only, 6 points or something like that. We can at least deal with Chelsea. Liverpool are gone. But Chelsea, they still have some type of inconsistency. So if we got a new manager that's consistent, we can actually catch up to Chelsea. But now the problem is Eric Ten Hag is so inconsistent. Teams like Chelsea are gone. Even if Chelsea lose 2 games, we're going to lose 3 in a row, or we're going to draw 3 in a row. That's Man United under Eric Ten Hag. So the consistency isn't there, right? If you got a manager with consistency, at least you can catch up to Chelsea. Liverpool are gone, but Chelsea are still catchable. It's crazy right now. And to see how we're actually suffering as a club, as a team, it just shows you that, hey, the board, they're still figuring things out. Because if you look at Ineos, this is how they are running their other club, Nice, right? This is how they run it. So disorganized. So Jim Ratcliffe, this is how he runs his other French club, Nice. So disorganized. That's what the French fans are even saying, that, hey, this man, he's disorganized. He fails to make clear-cut decisions. And now we're seeing it right now. Right now we're seeing it, right? He's more focused on saving money and being like a cheapskate instead of winning, right? Instead of winning. I think the problem they're not firing Eric Ten Hag is that they haven't found the guy they can back long term. I think they want to make a decision with a man they want to back. Like Thomas Tuchel, he rejected us. So they want to find somebody who will follow their vision, who they like. And I think they might go for Xavi, and I think that's a bad idea. Omar Barada really wants Xavi. They went to Barcelona, had some discussions with him. That's what the reports were saying. So Xavi, he's a real consideration. But what I'm saying is that, okay, Xavi with this team, he's going to struggle, man. He was struggling with Frankie de Jong, Pedri, all these world-class midfielders. Imagine him with our midfield. Imagine him with our attack. You had Lewandowski as your striker. Imagine our attack under Xavi. We would be struggling. But overall, Eric Ten Hag, man, we just need a response. We just need a response. Midweek, it was below average, man. Europa League has been a disaster for us. No win in the Europa. That's a disgrace. It's not even like you're playing world-class teams. If these teams we played in the Europa League were in the Champions League, they wouldn't have won any game. So we're struggling in Europa, struggling in the league. And then next we're playing what? Leicester City in the what? Carabao Cup. If we lose that, we're out of another competition. So the pressure is piling on with Eric Ten Hag. In 1 week, we're playing Chelsea. After Leicester City, a few games, we're playing Chelsea. So next month, the pressure is piling up on Eric Ten Hag. After that, Arsenal and Manchester City. Will he be able to cope with that? I doubt it. But it's actually good to see that Mazraoui is back in defense. That experiment he did against Fenerbahce, it was miserable, man. It wasn't good enough because you cost us that game by experimenting. At least now you see a team with players in their position, right? Players are not out of position, this and that. And the way he's treating Eriksen, it's a bit unfair, man. This man saved you in the Europa League, and then now you drop him? Come on. What's going on? Yeah, Eriksen, one of your most creative players, one of your most informed players. Right now, he's more informed than Bruno Fernandes. And now we see that, okay, he only plays Eriksen if Bruno has a red card. He only plays Eriksen if Bruno has an injury or something like that. Right now, you're disrespecting Christian Eriksen. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. Eric Ten Hag, we just need a response today. Rasmus Højlund, hey, he scored in his previous game, in his previous start. Let's hope he scores today. I just want us to score goals, play good football. That's all I ask for as a fan. I wish we could be at that level Barcelona are at, where they're destroying teams, where they're completely dominating, where they're playing unbelievable football, where their players are being nominated for Ballon d'Ors. That's where I want to reach as a club. Your players challenging for the Golden Boot. Your players challenging for the Ballon d'Or. That's where we want to reach as a club. But now, we're so far away from that vision, it's scary. Even Man City, imagine 10 years ago saying a Man City player will win a Ballon d'Or before a United player. People would have laughed at you. People would have laughed at you during Sir Alex Ferguson if you said, hey, a Man City player will win the Ballon d'Or before a United player. People would have laughed at you. But now it might be realistic, right? If they win another Champions League and one of their players have an unbelievable season, they might win the Ballon d'Or. There's no more Messi. There's no more Ronaldo. So the Ballon d'Or can go to anyone now. It's a fair competition now. So United, we need to get back to those levels where you're challenging for the biggest things. Your players are challenging for the biggest things and you're challenging for the biggest things. Right now, we're just moving like a mediocre club, right? You don't know the direction. You don't know the vision. And when something happens, you're shocked. You're shocked about it. I think a lot of fans were not shocked about what happened in the Europa League against Jose Mourinho. Some of us expected we might lose today because of how we've been playing this season, because of how we were playing last season. This is not sustainable long term. Long term, there's no sustainability, and you have to see this early so that you cut it out. Because if you actually cut Erik ten Hag out in January, you're giving the next manager nothing to work with. Because at least the next manager, he can still win the Europa League with this team. He can still have Champions League next season. But now you're cutting out the success. You're cutting out our victory by sticking with Erik ten Hag. I think sticking with him is literally taking us back 10 years. Literally. We spend so much money, that money is going to the drain. That money is going to the drain, right? It's like wasting money. You're just wasting money at this point. If you back him in January, the money you use to back him is going to the drain. It's being wasted. It's actually being wasted, right? You wasted 80 million on Antony. You wasted so much money on players that you're not even using yourself. So what's going on with Erik ten Hag? It's like a season, he'll use a player. That's what happened with Eriksen. The first season, he was using Eriksen. He loved Christian Eriksen. And then you drop him. The same with Antony. Oh, you loved Antony, then you drop him. I think he's going to do the same thing with De Ligt and these other players he's bought. That's how Erik ten Hag is, right? I won't be shocked if he drops Andre Onana. I won't be shocked because that's what he did to Antony. We thought Antony was undroppable, but he got dropped, man. So the game is about to start. Players are heading to the field, man. United, just give us some entertainment today, right? As fans, we don't want to be watching other teams play great football, and then when you watch your own team, it's like you're stressing. It's always stressful, right? At least if you entertain us today, we have something to smile about. If you entertain us today, we have something to look forward to, right? Results and performances give you confidence to back the manager. If he was showing us results and performances, nobody would be saying, hey, this manager isn't good enough. Erik ten Hag isn't good enough. People would be actually cheering. If Erik ten Hag was performing like Hansi Flick, nobody would be saying, hey, Erik ten Hag isn't good enough. Everybody will be actually cheering for him. Let's go, Erik ten Hag, my manager. But now you're underperforming, right? Look at the teams we've lost to this season. Brighton, these guys are struggling, right? In some of the games, Brighton are struggling. It's crazy. Look at the teams we're struggling against this season. The only team we beat convincingly is Southampton, and these guys are bottom of the league. Southampton, these guys are bottom of the league, right? The team we beat 7-0 in the Carabao Cup, nobody really knows them. So the games we've won are against low-tier teams. Those are the only games we're winning. against the top team, we're struggling. West Ham, we're gonna struggle in periods of the game. We might win, but you see us struggle in some of the periods of the game, right? So many false images with Erik ten Hag, so many false results, man, and we just need to cut this out by getting a new manager. It's the only way. It's the only way. I want this team to be competing at the highest level. I don't want to see Man City always winning the league, always doing this, always doing while we're on the sideline watching Man City compete, watching Man City do things in the Champions League. We're like, we're just on the sideline. We're just on the bench watching Manchester City perform. The game is about to start. At least, man, this team stresses us so much because sometimes you never know what's gonna happen. They can turn up, or they can get destroyed. You never know what's gonna happen, and that's the inconsistency I don't like. I think every fan doesn't like that type of inconsistency. You wanna be able to back your team every day, right? You wanna be able to say, yes, today we're coming winning 4-0. Today we're coming winning 3-0, but we can't say that because the manager hasn't shown us results like that this season. But I really love this black kit. Yeah, this black jacket for Manchester United. Yo, it makes so much sense. But the thing is so expensive, man. This black jacket, it makes so much sense. This away jacket, Man United, the black jacket, it makes so much sense. It looks so good, but it's so expensive, man. It's so expensive. Damn. Let's hope we just win today. De Ligt. He's been my player of the season, De Ligt. I won't even lie. Because he's been the only player you can say, hey, today he's going to turn up. I can confidently say De Ligt will turn up. The rest of the players, you never know. Rashford, we know he's inconsistent. Bruno, we know he's inconsistent. Garnacho, we know he's inconsistent. So the only player I can say he's going to turn up today is De Ligt. Onana, we know he's inconsistent. Onana, some games he'll make great saves. The next games, he'll be the reason we concede. So Andre Onana, you can't back him before a game. You can only judge him after a game. Onana, sometimes you have bad games, bro. Sometimes you have bad games, right? This season he's been amazing. He's been great. But sometimes you never know what to expect with Onana. He's up and down. But overall, let's just win. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, it feels a bit weird seeing him not play for us, right? Seeing him play for another team. It feels so weird to see Aaron Wan-Bissaka in a West Ham shirt. I'm so used to him playing for Manchester United, so now it feels weird that he's playing for West Ham. I was about to say, hey, let's hope one, because when I saw him on the screen, I was thinking, hey, why is he in a West Ham shirt? Then I forgot that he's a West Ham player. So it feels so weird seeing Aaron Wan-Bissaka play for West Ham, man. But let's hope we can do something. Antonio, if this guy scores, then it's just embarrassing because Antonio, he's an average striker. He's an average striker. So if you don't actually get 3 points in this game, it's below average because West Ham, they're struggling this season. Oh, Andre. Oh, Eriksen is playing. Shit. Oh, Martinez. I hope this partnership of Martinez and De Ligt just grows. But overall, under Erik ten Hag, a lot of the players are going to look below average because of the manager, right? Sometimes it's the manager's tactics. Yeah, that game from Mazraoui in the Europa League, that's not down to him. He wasn't a midfielder, so his bad performances was down to the manager. His bad performance in the Europa League was down to the manager because you're playing him out of position. Amad Diallo, man, this guy just needs to leave Man United. If Erik ten Hag stays, Amad just needs to leave. Because we can genuinely see that, hey, Erik ten Hag doesn't really like him as a player, right? He doesn't really rate Amad Diallo as a player. Because if he rates you, he's gonna play you every day, every game, like Andre Onana. Erik ten Hag rates Andre Onana. That's why he plays him every game, every day, right? Even Carabao Cup, Andre Onana is playing. But if he doesn't rate a player, he's not gonna play you. That's what we saw with some of the players, like Sancho, some of the players like David De Gea. You saw David De Gea, how he got rid of David De Gea immediately. Okay, the game has started, man. Let's go. Let us go. Oh, that's what I'm saying. He was complaining, but but he keeps changing. There's no consistency with this man, Erik ten Hag. Last season you're complaining about oh no, there's no consistent back four, but you're always changing. He he's so delusional, Erik ten Hag, man. Ah, come on. You can't be losing the ball there. Get us something, man. Ooh. I'm seeing something from Diego Dalot today. Maybe he might have a good game. Him as a right back is better than him at left back. Oh, but literally, you need to take control of this game in the first 10 minutes. If these guys score within 20 minutes, yeah, we're going to struggle. Because we haven't won at this stadium for like 2 seasons or something. Erik ten Hag has never won at West Ham in London. So yeah, it's usually a tough it's a tough game for him, Erik ten Hag, because when he plays West Ham, it's either a draw or a loss. But now it's a different manager, so yeah, so all of those stats don't mean anything. Bruno, ah, hits the post. Garnacho, oh, come on, that was the chance. That was the chance. But good start overall. Good start. Bruno, pass it, brother. Pass it. Don't just be shooting anyhow. Ooh, Garnacho hit the bar, man. Ah. Now West Ham are on the counter. Antonio. Yo, what does he do? De Ligt would deal with this guy, man. De Ligt would deal with him. Comfortable. Ish. Onana gets the ball. Come on, that was the chance. You're supposed to score from that, Garnacho. That was the chance. If you're on target, that's 1-0. That was a great opportunity for us. Oh, that was meant to be 1-0, man. If you keep that on target, it's 1-0. Oh, but good start overall. Yeah, you already have an attempt on goal. Now just push forward. Push forward. Oh, nice. And we're intercepting the ball extremely well. That's the second time from Casemiro. But still with Man United, that's what I said in like the Europa League when we went 1-0 up. You can never be confident until the final whistle. They can get an early goal and then blow it away. That's Man United this season. So this is how we started against Fenerbahce, right? We started well, we got a goal and then fell apart. We got a goal and then fell apart. So you can never, man. You can never be confident with Manchester United. Never. Come on. Hey, Mazraoui. Nah, Bruno. Ish. Isn't that a yellow card? That's meant to be a yellow. Ooh. Ooh. Chelsea have scored. Cole Palmer. Yo, this guy can't stop scoring, Cole Palmer. He can't stop scoring. And that's what I'm saying. Our rivals are they're more consistent. Oh, no goal, no goal. No goal. It's been ruled off. No goal. So it's still 0-0 with Chelsea. Ah. It feels weird seeing Mazraoui as a left back. But we know he can play in that position. He's played there at Bayern. He's been comfortable there when Alphonso Davies wasn't active. Ah. I don't like this sideways football, man. This sideways football. We need more creative players in this team. Because this is how we're actually not scoring a lot of goals. Lack of creativity. Lack of creativity. This is why we're barely scoring goals. Lack of creativity, man. Our players have no imagination. Most of our players are just system players that rely on a system. So with a good system, these players would be unbelievable. Come on. Antonio. Nah, Bruno. Bruno, man. He should have trapped that better, Bruno. But hey, the pass wasn't there either. The pass wasn't there either. But it was a good run, but hey, the pass needed to be better, man. Yo, Aaron Wan-Bissaka looks confident today. He's passing around, moving into midfield. What is going on, man? Aaron Wan-Bissaka looks so confident today. I think he's this confident because he knows Garnacho so well as an attacking player. He's trained with Garnacho so many times. He knows what the guy is gonna do. Because if you actually think about it, Garnacho is extremely predictable, man. He's extremely predictable sometimes. He's extremely and there you have to keep it on target, Garnacho. You gotta keep that on target. And that's the difference between a good player and a world class player, right? Give that to a world class player, they score. Garnacho, you have to keep those shots on target. A world class player, they score that, right? Lamine Yamal, he scores that. That's why I always say, Man United, we don't have any world class players. Because world class, it means you're consistent week in, week out. You're consistent, you turn up, you're challenging for the highest awards, man. A world class player, they do things that other players can't do. Like a Messi, that guy was something else. He was an alien. Lionel Messi was an alien, man. He was an alien. Oh, come on. Take control at least. I feel this might just end in a draw. We're getting chances, but our attacking players, they're so inconsistent in front of goal. You're missing clear-cut chances. Garnacho, you should have scored at least one of those chances. That's why we need better players, man. Like players that are just world class. They don't miss opportunities like that. World class players, you can't expect them to miss a one-on-one. Come on, Garnacho. What's going on? What is going on? What's actually going on? Because those chances, you give them to someone like Mo Salah, someone like Heung-min Son, they're scoring that every day of the week. And Man United, we don't have players like that, right? Whether it was Garnacho or Rashford taking that shot, that one-on-one shot, they both would have missed. But with other teams, they have players that they execute. They execute chances like that. One-on-one, hey, they're praying for chances like that. So sometimes we should have been 1-0 up by now. Because those are the chances you say, hey, it's an easy one-on-one chance. All you have to do is keep it on target, but you miss. And that's the difference, man. That's the difference between an okay player and a world-class player. Because world-class, he's putting that in the back of the net, man. He would be celebrating by now. 1-0. But our players, so inconsistent. So inconsistent, man. That's what our players are. Inconsistent FC. Antonio, this guy, he can't be causing you problems. Come on, Mazraoui. You allow him to cross. At least Onana is calm there. But come on. Ooh, nice ball. Garnacho, what can you do? Højlund! Oh, guys, you need to be more consistent. I think Højlund needed to keep his composure there. Shoot, brother. He tried to do too much. He tried to dribble him and then, oh, now the header over the bar. Bruno header over the bar. Come on. Oh. We're creating chances today, but the lack of clinicalness is scary, man. Bruno. At least that you have to keep it on target. You got to keep it on target. You're alone there, no pressure. A header like that, you got to keep it on target, man. As a pro football player, you got to keep it on target. You play in the Premier League. It's not like you're a championship player. Come on. And those are the opportunities you look back and say, hey, if we scored that, we would have won the game. These opportunities, we're going to remember them. We are going to remember them. Because this happened against Brighton. You're wasting so many chances. They came back to bite you. They came back to haunt you. And this is how we always start. We start well and then fall apart second half or something like that. First 20 minutes, it will be good. And then the players will gas out and then we completely struggle. So you can see it's a consistent trend with Manchester United. Either we'll get an early goal against basic teams. This is how we perform. Against good teams, by now we'll be already struggling. Or it's what? 2-0 or 3-0. That was the situation with what? Liverpool were already struggling. It was 2-0 by this time. And don't let these guys get into the game, because if I'm telling you, if they get one clear opportunity like that Garnacho chance one-on-one, they're going to score. And that's the difference with Man United. You get a one-on-one opportunity, you miss. Your opponents, when they get such an opportunity, they're going to score. You need 10 chances to score 1 goal. It's embarrassing. You see, West Ham, they're barely creating any chance, but when they get that one chance, it's going to go in. It might go in, man. And that's the problem with United. You waste so many chances and then you end up regretting. Why didn't we score this? Why didn't we take this? Every week you're regretting chances. Every week you're regretting situations. And West Ham, they're going to get back into this game. Like right now, we're the better team, but I don't think this will last with us. We've seen this in the past. We start well and then we struggle towards the end. Antonio. Straight from Jamaica. Come on, delete. Keep it simple. Ooh. Mazraoui is comfortable on the ball, but sometimes we just need a bit extra from you when you're attacking. Right? He's comfortable, Mazraoui, but hey, we need a bit extra, man. A bit more crossing, a bit more. Oh, runs in behind. Garnacho failed to capitalize from that. Great tackle by West Ham. And that's what Wan-Bissaka will do. Tackles like that. Tackles like that. We'll expect those a lot today from Wan-Bissaka. Tackles like that, Wan-Bissaka is good at that. He's going to do that a lot in this game. Sliding like that, that's what he's good at. We saw it so many times at Manchester United. One-on-one or sliding, intercepting like that, we know he's good. The only problem with Wan-Bissaka is that, hey, going forward, he's a liability. But when he's playing for a defensive team, he's an asset. When he's playing for a team that parks the bus, they're just defending, he's an asset. Wan-Bissaka is an asset. It's only when he's playing for like a possessional team, they're keeping the possession, he becomes a bit of a liability, man. Just defend this corner well. Come on. Can you... Come on. And you know, situation like that, if that guy hits it, it's 1-0. He missed the ball, but if he makes contact, it's 1-0. They go up. So it's just the small margins that define games. Small margins define games. If Garnacho scored that, we would have been 1-0 up. Like, the opportunities Garnacho has had in this game are crazy. So small margins define massive games, man. And we're seeing that right now. Wan-Bissaka. Horrible cross. That's what I'm saying. With Wan-Bissaka going forward, he's a massive liability. Think with Wan-Bissaka, he should have been just a defender, man. Central defender. He would have been world class. But now that you're a fullback, people expect you to go forward. People expect you to actually impact the game offensively. Chelsea go 1-0 up. And now the goal will stand. That's what I'm saying. Our rivals, they're more consistent than us. They're more consistent than us. When we play Chelsea, will we win? Probably not. Because they've improved as a team. They're more consistent this season. Cole Palmer, man. That's the difference with the Chelsea players and our players. Cole Palmer, he's more consistent. He's more reliable. Our players today, they turn up. Tomorrow, they that don't turn up. It's like they're sleeping every week. Wan-Bissaka, when he's going forward, there's no threat, man. He's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna do anything, man. There is no threat with Wan-Bissaka. Uh, we need to be taking our chances, not this thing of always here we're performing. Today we're scoring 7 goals. Tomorrow you're failing to score. That's inconsistency, man. Rashford again. Look at that. Look at that. All you needed to do is keep it calm, keep it simple, then take the shot. Look at that. That was a good ball, though. Rashford just messed it up. Oh, you can't be messing up chances like that. That was a great ball. Rashford messes it up. And that's the difference with Manchester United. And when you compare us to better teams, if that was Cole Palmer, he scores that. Rashford is messing up. That's the difference, man. If that was Cole Palmer, he scores that. And that's why I'm asking the board, hey, can you find a world-class player for Manchester United? Can you find a consistent player that can turn up week in, week out? A consistent manager that can help us week in, week out. Because even if we get a better manager, we still need better players to compete at the highest level. Because you see these players, sometimes one-on-one chances you're missing. Basic header, you're not putting it on target. Imagine if Wan-Bissaka scores today. I would be extremely shocked. Oh, Mazraoui. Another West Ham corner, man. Let's just defend this. And that's what I'm saying. Man United are so misleading. We started well, but now West Ham are taking control. All the chances we had, they're meaningless now. They are extremely meaningless. All the chances we had are extremely meaningless. Because if you go and end this game without the 3 points, all the chances you have don't mean anything. Bruno. Come on. And it's scary to think that our team, you had so many good players. Ronaldo, Sancho, Paul Pogba. Those are all gone. It's crazy. Especially the effect of Ronaldo. Hey, that man would have been getting you goals. These chances Rashford is missing, hey, Ronaldo eats that every day. Every day. Ronaldo is praying for opportunities like that. Ronaldo at 39 is better than Rashford right now. I'm going to say that right now. Like Ronaldo at 39 will score more goals than Rashford in this team. Because he just knows how to be clinical. Ooh. Is that a yellow? Nah. Mazraoui, you have to be careful, man. If you get an early yellow, that means you're going to be targeted more. Right? West Ham are going to target you so that you get a red card. So these unnecessary challenges, he's not even in our half, so you don't need to make a challenge like that. I'm feeling a draw with this game. Maybe a 1-1, a 0-0. This is how this game might end up being, right? Let's hope we win, but right now I'm feeling like it might end with a draw because our lack of clinicalness is destroying us, man. It's destroying us. And these are the days you regret selling Ronaldo. When you see Rashford missing a one-on-one, when you see Garnacho missing a one-on-one, you regret, hey, if that was Ronaldo, he's eating every day. One-on-one for Ronaldo, that's a goal. You're even celebrating before he shoots. You're even celebrating before he shoots because, hey, now you're regretting. These are the games you look back and say, hey, what if we had Ronaldo? Ah, United, sometimes the decisions we make are horrible. Horrible, man. The decision not to buy a left back, that was horrible as well. And it's not like Manchester United never had enough money to even a 30 million for a left back or even a loan deal for a left back. Because you could make a decent loan for a decent left back. So decisions like that, they blow my mind and say, hey, why didn't you get a left back? You know both of your left back are never fit. You go into the season without a left back. And Erik ten Hag, he promised us, oh, I'm going to promote so many academy players. But hey, this was the time to actually promote academy players. That Fernandes left back, that left back we sold to Benfica. We should have kept him, man. We should have kept that guy because he's better than Malacia. From the academy, you sold him to what? Benfica? Come on. We would have used him so many times this season. He would have been our main left back, that Fernandes guy. But now you sell him because Ten Hag doesn't like academy players. Kobe Mainoo, he forced himself into the team. But other academy players, Harry Amas, these other guys, hey, they won't get game time. Especially now that Erik ten Hag is under pressure. Yo, the academy players, they're not seeing any game time today. Because if he's not playing Amad Diallo, what makes you think he's going to play an academy player? That's what West Ham had taken back the momentum, man. They've been the better team for the last 3 minutes. Getting corners, getting... Yes, their chances aren't clear cut, but they're causing us a bit of pressure. And that's what I said. First 20 minutes, hey, we had the momentum, creating chances, this and that. And now the momentum is slowly fading away. West Ham are getting back into this game. And now the opportunities we're creating, they're not there. Look at that. West Ham are just pressuring us. Pressuring us. It's like now we can't even get the ball. That's how deep the pressure is. And it's like I expected this, man. Like we start well and then we slowly fade away. We slowly give away momentum. Come on, Garnacho, great counter. We can get something. Oh, what a tackle, man. He got the ball. He got the ball. He got the ball. He got the ball. Garnacho is overreacting, man. He got the ball. It was even offside. Garnacho is overreacting, man. He got the ball there. He got the ball. Oh, he didn't get the ball. Shit. Shit. From far away, it looked like he got the ball, but hey, that's a bad challenge. Hey, that's a bad challenge. But it was offside, so they can't book him for that. Ooh, that's a bad. Oh, they booked him. Yellow card. Ooh. Isn't that illegal? Because it was offside, so meaning what happens after that doesn't count. So giving him a yellow card, isn't that against the rules? Oh, football is always changing, man. The rules are always changing. And soon they'll introduce like halftime talks where they interview the manager at halftime, things like that. Football is becoming like the NBA, man. The money men are turning it into the NBA, where it's all about ads. And the only reason they're doing that is to bring in more ads. More ads means more money. That's what they're doing with the NBA, man. And soon you'll see them start doing what happens in the NBA. After every 15 minutes, you go to an ad break or something. I can see that happening in football in the next 10 years, right? Every 15 minutes, you go to an ad break. The money men, they want more money. Come on, Bruno! You have to score this! Oh! Oh! Diego! What a miss! You did the hard part, but the simple part, you missed. What's going on? Oh, Diego Dalot. The hard part, getting the ball over the keeper, you do that. But the simple part, yo, what? Bruno, that was a good ball. Diego Dalot, the hard part, you did it well. The simple part, just tap it in, brother. There's no one in goal. Oh my God. You did the hard part. Oh, wow. Even though you're a defender, missing an open goal isn't an excuse, right? Oh, wow. Missing an open goal, whether you're a defender or a goalkeeper, you cannot be missing an open goal. Oh, wow. That's the miss of the season, man. Oh, wow. And these are opportunities you start crying about. He did the hard part extremely well. Oh, wow. Then you miss an open goal. Oh, you start crying about that, Diego Dalot. You make us cry, man. Oh, no. I know sometimes you're unlucky, but that wasn't being unlucky. That was just, that was just bad finishing. Bad finishing from Diego Dalot. Regardless of whether you're a defender or not, you can't be missing an open goal. The hard part, getting the ball over the keeper, that's where I expect you to struggle, right? 1-1 in the Chelsea game. Damn. Looks like that game is exciting, man. There already goes. Oh, wow. Today, it's based on our finishing, man. We've created chances. We should be winning this game. We should be winning this game, right? We should be winning this game. Oh, wow. Low key, I can't blame Ten Hag for this first half, right? Because, hey, that miss, that open goal miss, you should be at least 2-0 up right now, right? Garnacho had a great opportunity. Dalot had a great opportunity. And I'll be the first to actually blame the manager and say, hey, you got it wrong. But today, I'm blaming the people who are missing, right? We're creating chances, but you're missing like that. Brother, what's going on? Yeah. Open goes, what's going on? You gotta ask the question. That's why I say our team has no world class players. No players you can rely on week in, week out. Bruno, he's nowhere close to world class. Rashford, he's nowhere close to world class. So we just need better players and a better manager. I think the balance needs to be right. The balance needs to be right. Better players, better manager. Then you can think about Manchester City. Then you can think about challenging Liverpool. Because even if you get a better manager, he still has players that are missing open goals. Right? So it doesn't really, it makes a difference, but it won't make a difference for you to win the league. Right? It will make a difference for you to get top 4, but it won't make a difference for you to win the league. Because to win the league with this team, you need prime Jose Mourinho. Prime Jose Mourinho. Prime. Because even Jose said, hey, my hardest challenge, my hardest thing to do was get Man United second. So prime Jose Mourinho, he's the only man I think that can take this team into winning leagues. Can Pep Guardiola win the Champions League with this team? No. So it's about balance. It's about balance, right? Players and manager. We need a better manager. We need better players. That's the balance. That's the balance that needs to happen. I think the defense isn't the main problem. Attack, we've seen that's the main problem. You're missing clear-cut one-on-one opportunities. What's going on? Clear-cut Rashford, he would miss that. Garnacho, he's missing clear-cut one-on-one opportunities, right? So our attack needs a revamp. It needs a revamp. So it's about balance, man. You can't just have a world-class manager without at least decent players, decent attacking players. Because our attack is probably the worst in the top 6. Worst. We have the worst attack in the top 6. Ugh. Switch the play. Come on. Switch the play. All these sideways football, man. Come on. But to be fair, a better manager creates a system to create easier chances for these guys, right? Our strikers, they don't get like tap-in goals, things like that, because we don't create such opportunities. When last did we see one of our strikers score a tap-in? Just a simple tap-in where somebody passes him the ball and then you score a simple tap-in. We don't create opportunities like that. So you need a system that creates better opportunities. Garnacho, another chance. Corner. Corner. Oh. Oh. We need something before halftime. Because if we go into the second half without a goal, the pressure is on, man. Come on, Christian, a proper cross. A proper cross. Ooh, it hits the bar. Mazraoui, that's yours. What are you doing, Mazraoui? Mazraoui! Thank God the pass was horrible. Huh. Imagine if they counter. Yo. United, you're so disorganized. It was offside, but hey, Mazraoui, that fall apart was crazy. Oh, wow. Oof. We just need a goal before halftime, man. We're creating opportunities, but the football is still a bit boring, man. It's like if you were neutral, you'd be watching this game and saying, "Hey, this is a boring game." It's just because we are so emotionally attached to Manchester United, we're still focused. Oh, Bruno down. Oh, it's Martinez. Damn. He's hurting. He's hurting. Let me just- Oh, one more month, then I'll be able to post press conferences on this channel. Because the channel has like a strike. So YouTube, the channel has a strike. So that expires in like a month. What, 18th of November? Then I'll be able to post press conferences on this channel because YouTube has also assist like shadow ban this channel, man. Because when you delete like a lot of the videos, I had to assist delete like majority of the press conferences because of the strike. But that strike expires like what, 20 more days. They they gave me a strike for like 3 months, man. So yeah, in 20 days we'll be able to post press conferences again on this channel. That's why I've only been like posting them on the second channel, man. And that those strikes they only happen because of Sky Sports, man. Sky Sports hated the fact that I was posting press conference because they didn't strike the second channel, but they strike this one. Ish. But now I know like how to avoid those. Somebody showed me how to avoid those types of strikes, and then yeah, we'll be back like posting them this month. Ish. Come on. What's going on? Bruno. The pass needs that's what I'm saying. This team. If you don't score like before halftime, I'll be scared for the second half. Oh. Oh. Garnacho, man. Come on. Ooh. Get that first goal. This is an opportunity. This free kick is an opportunity to get something, man. You've wasted so many chances. And now all we ask from you is a goal. A goal and 3 points. I know you're away from home, but that doesn't mean you have to miss clear-cut opportunities, right? You've had chances. You've had one-on-one opportunities. One of our players have missed an open goal. You should have been able to take those. It's not like the chances ain't there. Christian. That was a great cross by Eriksson. Oh, great header as well. Isn't that a penalty? Offside. Ooh. But that was a good save as well from their keeper. What a cross by Eriksson. Oh, wow. Ooh, Casemiro. That header was great by Casemiro. What a save as well. Ooh. Ooh. Eriksson, that's what he can deliver, man. Crosses like that. He's magical. Christian Eriksen. Ooh. But it's not like we haven't had chances in this half. It's down to the players for not scoring today. It's down to the players, man. But the chances we're creating, it's not really for our strikers. It's only our wingers that are eating one-on-one chances. Because if you see, majority of our chances are going to Garnacho, and he's wasting them. So our striker, they always suffer, man, in our system. They always struggle to get, like, opportunities. I know as a striker, sometimes you have to create your own opportunity, but most of the time, come on, at least allow the man to eat a tap-in or something. Yeah, allow the man to eat a shot, to get a shot one-on-one on goal. We barely see our strikers getting a shot one-on-one on goal. It's always either Rashford or Garnacho or one of our wingers. So that's what the system is actually prioritizing. It's prioritizing wingers over the strikers. The wingers are getting majority of the food. The wingers are eating majority of the chances, getting majority of the food, man. The striker is the one starving. He's looking for the food. Hey, when am I going to eat? He wants to eat as well, right? Rasmus Højlund wants to eat, but the food isn't there. The food is only going to Garnacho. Oh, he wants to eat, but hey, the food isn't there, right? The opportunities, the one-on-one opportunities aren't coming to him. They're only coming to Garnacho. Halftime. That wasn't what we expected, man. That wasn't what we expected. Right? Because I expected more from West Ham. It was a bit better with chances. We created better chances, but you have to score. Diego Dalot, open goal. How did you miss that? You did the hard part the right way, but then the open goal you miss? I expected a bit more from Man United, right? Clinical-wise, we're not there. We're not there. You have to take your chances. You have to score your goals. And overall, you have to be a bit more clinical. You got to be a bit more clinical, man. And overall, if you can't get a goal before like the 80th minute, it's another draw. It's another missed 3 points. Because you need the 3 points right now to keep the race on to Chelsea. Yes, that game is what? It's 1-1 or something. The Chelsea game is 1-1 or something. But as Manchester United, you shouldn't be, oh, let's hope Chelsea lose so that we can get top 4. Oh, let's hope this team loses. It should have been in our hands. If we started the season better, this situation would have been in our own hands. Today, It's not about, oh, we didn't create opportunities. Most of the time it's about, hey, we're not creating anything. The system is trash. Our strikers are starving. Right? Today, you saw a lot of opportunities, one-on-one situations, and we're still struggling, man. We're still failing to score. That's the difference between world-class players and average players. Average players, yes, they'll score once in a while, he'll score. But situations like this, how are you missing a one-on-one? Alejandro Garnacho, I have to ask that question, man. And age isn't an excuse sometimes. Because one-on-one, if you say, okay, there are a lot of players younger than Garnacho that would score that. A lot of players younger than Garnacho that would score that opportunity. Lamine Yamal, Musiala, these guys would score that and celebrate immediately, right? Cole Palmer, he's going to score that and celebrate. I think Cole Palmer is the same age as Garnacho. But you can see the difference in quality. You can see the difference in consistency. Cole Palmer is miles ahead of Garnacho, miles ahead of him, right? And it just shows you the difference between our academies, right? Manchester City Academy and our academy. Because they still have, that Oscar Bob guy? Their academy is producing players like Sancho, players like Cole Palmer, Oscar Bob. Each season, they're bringing in a world-class player from that academy and selling them out. So overall, Man United second half, all you need to do, if you create the same amount of chances, you will eventually find a goal. Because with Man United, you need 10 chances to score one goal. So if you still create chances in the second half, I have confidence that one of our players will score a goal, right? But that's not the way you win a lot of games, right? You win major games by being consistent, by being clinical, man. That lack of clinicalness, it's embarrassing. It's extremely embarrassing for Manchester United. Extremely embarrassing. So that lack of clinical edge, you need to improve on that. You gotta improve on that. And overall, we're just seeing a situation where Man United were struggling to even keep basic things, to even do basic things, right? You're alone, no one in the goal, and then you miss. That's on Diego Dalot. Overall, as a team, do I think this team is good enough long-term? No. But to get things like top four, it's good enough. It's good enough to get top four. Is it good enough to win major trophies like the Premier League or the Champions League? No. The manager and the players are not good enough. But overall, the manager is the one that's lacking the most, because this team should be able to create basic chances that your striker can eat from. How many chances have we seen Højlund have today? All the chances are going to Garnacho. So our strikers, they're not eating, right? The food ain't there. Rasmus Højlund isn't eating. Yes, is Rasmus Højlund a world-class striker? No. But if you give him opportunities, he's going to score. He's going to score. Is he world-class? No. Is he Erling Haaland? No. But if you give him basic chances, he's going to score. And those basic chances are not arriving. And that's down to the system, right? All the chances are going to your wingers. Or it's some other situation where Diego Dalot is the one having the best chance, the best opportunity. How is your defender having the best opportunity of the game? That should be going to your strikers. So the system, why aren't these chances finding your striker? Right? It's either down to the system or the movement of the player, right? One of the two. But I think it's down to the system. Maybe it's down to the movement of the player, but I've been seeing Rasmus Højlund making some great moves, right? There's a situation where he makes a run and then Garnacho is selfish. That those are situations you have to cut out. If you watch back that first half, those situations where Rasmus Højlund, he's running, making a great run, but the players around him are selfish. Rashford doesn't want to pass. Bruno, he's passing only to Garnacho. Garnacho, he's trying to shoot. So Rasmus Højlund, your runs are making no sense because you're playing with a lot of selfish players. Is Rasmus Højlund world class? No. But if you give him chances, he's gonna score, right? He's not Erling Haaland, but if he gets more chances, he will get goals, right? There are situations where he doesn't help himself, Rasmus Højlund. There are situations where his movement isn't great. But today, if you watch that first half back, he's making okay movement. Movement where you're in a great position. If your players find you, you're getting a goal. Nicholas Jackson, they're showing that goal again. Cole Palmer, this guy is different. He is different. But overall, our competitors, they're finding goals. They're finding a rhythm. And you can be consistent without a consistent team as well. So that's also down to the manager. Some of these players, they haven't played the same team with the same players for like 5 games in a row. That hasn't happened. It's either the back four changes or the striking option changes. This month, he's only playing Amad Diallo. The next month, he's only playing another player. So that doesn't lead a team to be consistent, right? That doesn't bring you consistency. It can bring you consistency. Playing like that, you're going to struggle. Overall, yes, we created chances, but overall, some part of me still thinks this is the manager's fault, right? Some part of me still believes this is the manager's fault because of, okay, you're choosing Rashford, a selfish player like Rashford, to start. That's why it's the boys not finding people like Rasmus Højlund. If you play Amad Diallo, he's less selfish. You can't have 2 selfish wingers in the same team, right? Garnacho, he wants to shoot. Rashford, he wants to shoot. 2 selfish players. Who's going to provide for your striker? Nobody, right? 2 selfish wingers. At least have balance. One that wants to create like Amad Diallo and one that is selfish. So at least have some type of balance. Because right now, there's no balance in that attack. Everybody wants to score. Everybody wants to eat. But nobody wants to create. Nobody wants to give away the food. Nobody wants to donate the food. Everybody wants to eat, but they don't want to give. They don't want to provide for their friends, for their partners, for their teammates. That's the imbalance in the team, right? Everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to provide. So Rashford and Garnacho, you have 2 players that are both selfish in a lot of moments. At least bring in somebody like Amad Diallo to balance, right? Because he'll bring a situation where he's not selfish. He's actually looking for a striker like Rasmus Højlund. He's looking for your striker. He's saying, hey, where's Rasmus? He's not always trying to shoot. Rashford, Garnacho, we know when they're in the wing, they want to cut in and shoot. With Amad Diallo, he's going to look, oh, can I cross it? Oh, where's Rasmus Højlund? Oh, where's Bruno? He's going to look for other players. So you need balance as well in the attack. You can't only have selfish players. So overall, I'm blaming the manager again. Yes, we've had opportunities, but the fact that we're still with negative goal difference, that's down to the manager. The fact that we're still no wins in the Europa League, that's down to the manager. He should have been gone a long time ago. He should have been gone a long time ago, right? Because sometimes being clinical is down to confidence, right? Sometimes being clinical is down to the player's confidence. If the player is confident, they tend to score more goals. They tend to be more clinical. When players are confident, they tend to actually find the net a bit more. Right now, you're seeing a lot of these players, they lack confidence because they've lost so many games. They've been embarrassed so many times. Imagine if you were playing a game. Let's say you're playing maybe chess or you're playing a video game and you're always losing. You're always losing. Your confidence will be rock bottom. That's what's happening with the players. Now, when you have an opportunity to score, your confidence is rock bottom and then you're losing. You're missing. It's because you're used to losing. Some of these players have become used to losing. So your confidence is rock bottom. It's like when you're playing chess and you're always losing. Hey, the next time you're in a great position to actually win the game, you're gonna mess it up because you're not sure what to do. You're so used to losing, you start making mistakes. Like that is Rashford chance. He fails to trap the ball, it goes behind him, and then he makes the mistake. So sometimes it's about patterns, right? Some of these players are so used to losing. When you get into a clear-cut position to score, your confidence is rock bottom. Your confidence is rock bottom because you're so used to losing. You're so used to missing. So it becomes part of you. It becomes part of you when you're so used to the same thing, getting embarrassed. It becomes part of you. Some of these players, their confidence is rock bottom. And that's down to the manager as well. That's down to the manager. Because we saw Lewandowski under Xavi, he looked like a bum. The same way our players are looking right now, missing open goals, this and that. But under a new manager, he was looking like a different player because the confidence came back. The belief came back. Under Erik ten Hag, some of these players, they don't have belief. If I was playing for Man United, I'll be thinking to myself, hey, even if I score, we're gonna lose because we can't seem to get over the line, right? We can't seem to actually defend properly because, hey, we all know if West Ham get a clear-cut opportunity, they're gonna score. So all these chances we've missed, you're gonna remember them. You're gonna actually remember them. Second half underway. Let's hope we actually see a better game. Although we created chances, it wasn't too entertaining, man. It wasn't extremely entertaining. Both teams are still in the game. That's what you don't want. Especially a team like West Ham, where they have players that can get a goal. Lucas Paqueta, this guy will get something if you provide him a chance. If he gets an opportunity, might be game over for Man United, man. I won't even... yes, I'm going to blame Diego Dalot for that chance, but... Yo, the confidence in these players are low. Right now, I've stopped judging players until the manager goes. Because with my view, the manager is the main problem. So I'm just going to look at this as, okay, the main problem is still there. It doesn't make sense for me to start looking at other problems before I've solved the main problems. First, you solve the main problem, then you solve the other problems, right? In life, let's say I was dead broke, but then I'm worrying about, oh, my girlfriend doesn't love me. No, your main problem is about, hey, I'm dead broke, I got no money. You shouldn't be worried about, oh, my girlfriend doesn't love me. That's a situation you handle after you get some money. You need to solve the main problem, then you solve other issues in your life. That's the same with football. You need to solve the main problem. The main problem is the manager. Because even if you solve the other problem of, oh, we don't have world-class players, if we bring in better players, the manager will ruin them. So it's mainly about solving the main problem. You can give this man Lionel Messi in his prime. He'll still be inconsistent. All right, second half started. Let's ride. Oh, this type of uncertainty scares me, man. Because if it reaches the 70th minute and it's still 0-0, I start worrying. Oh, I start worrying. And it wouldn't shock me if West Ham get an early goal in the second half. It wouldn't shock me at all. Right now, I expect anything from this team. I expect the best. I expect the worst. You have to expect anything. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, man. That should be your motto in life, man. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Antonio. Oh, West Ham already applying pressure. Applying a lot of pressure right now. Eric, where are we going? What's actually going on? And if we lose this game and they don't fire Erik ten Hag, it just shows you that, hey, the board isn't serious. The board isn't serious because when last did we say, okay, we've won 3 games back to back? It's been a while. Winning 2 games back to back. It's been a while. Just imagine when last can we say that we've won 2 games back to back? Even 2 games. We're failing to have a run of 2 games, a winning run of 2 games. It's been a while. It's like we've been starving for so long. We haven't tasted any food. We're just starving week in, week out, starving. The only thing you're gonna get is a draw or a loss. You're just starving. A draw or a loss, that's the only thing you can expect from this team. It's been a while we've eaten back to back. We're eating back to back wins. Scoring back to back 3 goals. It's been a while. Why is Bayindir training? We know that Andre Onana isn't coming off. We know. Yes, Andre Onana has a knock, but we know that Erik ten Hag won't remove him. He's going to do what he did with De Ligt. He's going to keep him on even with that head knock. We know that. Especially now that it's Andre Onana. Bro, he's not removing him. I'll be shocked if he removes Andre Onana right now. He's going to persist that Andre Onana stays on. Even if it's a head knock, even if the guy is injured, you need to actually force Erik ten Hag to sub Andre Onana off. Let's hope Onana is okay. Let's hope he's okay. Because he's been good this season. Because with Altay Binder, I don't know. I'm not sure about him as a goalkeeper. Right? I question his mentality as a player. You came to Manchester United just to make money because you know you're not playing. So why did you come? I question your mentality as a player. Right? He loves money more than he loves his own career. Because at his previous club, you were the main guy. You were playing for your national team. Ooh, that is a bad collision, man. Yeah, but it looks like they won't remove him. They're not removing this man, Andre Onana. They are not removing this man. I'll be shocked if Erik ten Hag removes Onana. I will be extremely shocked. I question Binder's mentality, man. You are the main man for your country. You are the main man for your previous team. And then you choose money over your career. I get it. This is a career for a lot of footballers. This is just a job, right? I get it. I get it. But mentally, I don't want players like that, where you're just there for the money. I want players that want to prove something, that want to be the best. And you can see Altai Binder, he's comfortable being the second choice goalkeeper. He doesn't want to be the best because there are a lot of teams in the Premier League that would sign this guy. Yeah, teams like Everton, he's way better than Pickford, Altai Binder. Clubs like Everton, clubs like Brighton, even Chelsea is way better than Chelsea's main goalkeeper, Altai Binder. But you can see his mentality is just about money. Altai. Because a guy with passion, he would have left long time. And I think that's why David De Gea also left. Because Erik ten Hag wanted David De Gea to be the second choice. And he refused. Hell no. Ooh. That was a chance for West Ham. If he got that pass right, and you can see both teams, the end product isn't there. The final pass from West Ham isn't there, and our finishing isn't there. So both teams are so disorganized in this game. The final ball isn't there from both teams. The end product isn't there from both teams. So it's just like a mid-table clash. Antonio offside. Mid-table clash right now. Both teams, the final ball isn't there. The execution isn't there. This is just a realization that we're a mid-table team now. Because West Ham this season, they've been a mid-table club. This is just the main realization that we're not even a top 4 team anymore. We're mid-table. Because anytime we play a top team, we're going to fall apart. Against Chelsea, hey, I pray we don't fall apart because I hate Chelsea. Rashford, come on. Come on, Garnacho. That had to be better. Oh. Chelsea, go. Another goal for Chelsea. 2-1. So I'm saying if we play Chelsea, especially like this, it's going to be game over, man. I pray this team turns up against Chelsea because we can't be losing at Old Trafford to Chelsea. That's the only game I pray Erik ten Hag turns up. Yeah, I'm praying you turn up. That game, Chelsea, Manchester United, we know what it means. If you don't turn up, Sir Jim, you need to fire him immediately. Immediately. If you draw or lose to Chelsea, he needs to be fired immediately. I think even right now, after this horrible month, he should have been gone. Look at this. West Ham are created more in the second half. Garnacho, you can't be losing the ball there. To your brother Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Oh. They're creating. Antonio. Thank God he missed. Oh. Man United, wake up. Because if these guys just get a basic chance, a basic one-on-one chance, they're going to score. Because the chances they're getting, they're not clear-cut. But if they get a basic one-on-one, because this is a wake-up call. You need to wake up now. West Ham are in the game. Defend better. Take control. That's all we're asking for. And if you play like this against Chelsea, it's game over. That chance Antonio had, if that was Cole Palmer, you gotta pray. You gotta pray. That's what, I'm really scared for that Chelsea game. Just seen today, oh my God. Especially now the way Maresca is playing. He's gonna cut us apart. He's gonna cut us apart, right? We got destroyed by Liverpool, and they were decent against Liverpool. They weren't bad, Chelsea. Cole Palmer getting these chances. Oh, we gotta pray, man. And if he loses to Chelsea, you gotta fire him before the final whistle, right? If we have a bad performance against Chelsea, you gotta fire him immediately. You gotta fire Erik ten Hag immediately. Chelsea are a team we cannot lose to, man. Look at this. You're just allowing him to run. Even Wan-Bissaka. Oh, come on. Wake up, Man United. Garnacho. Rasmus. Ooh. Corner. I think that's Rasmus's first shot. These guys are not passing to the guy, man. Ooh. That was a powerful shot, to be honest. Powerful shot. If he curled it a bit, it might have found its way into the goal. Like, it just needed a bit of a curler. The power was right. Come on, Eriksen. Oh. It was horrible. That was horrible by Christian, but you get to take it again. Another corner. You get to take it again. A better one this time. A better corner. Come on, Christian. Oh, a better one. Looks like Ahmad is coming on. Looks like Ahmad is coming on. Oh. This counterattack, you got to deal with it proper. You got to deal with it properly. Ooh, is that a yellow? Yeah. Oh, but he had to take one for the team. That guy was gonna he was gonna cause problems if he went all out. De Ligt had to take one for the team. Because hey, if this man was through, it might have led to a goal. Let's see who comes off for Amad Diallo, right? I think Rashford should be the guy to go off. Yeah, Rashford is the guy to go off. Yeah. He's been quiet today, Rashford. And that's the inconsistency from Rashford. To be fair, Amad Diallo still needs to show us that, hey, I can be consistent as well. Come on. But at least now you have a player that wants to create for your striker. Rashford, he's just selfish, man. He's just so selfish. A lot of the time, Rashford, he's so selfish. At least now, Amad Diallo, when he gets the ball, he'll be looking for the strikers. He'll be looking for his teammates. He'll be looking to actually create. With Rashford, all he wants is the glory and the goals. Oh, and that's what I'm saying. If you face a better team, these chances West Ham are getting, it'll be game over. You play like this against Chelsea, you gotta pray. You gotta pray. Because Cole Palmer, He won't those passes. Look at what West Ham are doing. They're messing up passes. It's basic. Cole Palmer, when we play Chelsea, it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a disaster. Right now, we're just being saved because we're playing an average team. West Ham fans, they're up for it now because they can smell blood. They can smell that, hey, Man United, we can get a goal. We can get something in this game. First half, you wasted a lot of opportunities. You wasted an open goal. And now you might regret that. Another draw. If this ends in a 0-0 draw, man, you can't keep playing like this. Playing for a draw, playing. Either you draw or you lose. We haven't tasted a win in such a long time. It feels like such a long time since we've actually won a game comfortably. Right? By halftime, we've already won the game. It's been such a long time. We've been starving. This season, we've just been starving, begging for food, begging for goal. Look at that. Another good chance for West Ham. Oh, wow. Good opportunity for West Ham. They're getting into this game. They can smell blood. We have been starving this season. 3 points. We haven't tasted a lot of 3 points. Goals. We're barely tasting goals. We're just starving, begging for food. We keep starving as Manchester United. Oh, the West Ham fans are fired up. They can smell it, bro. They can smell that goal. The momentum is with West Ham right now. Emerson. They can smell it. Bowen. Oh. And now it's all West Ham right now. In the past 2 minutes, it's been all West Ham. It's been all West Ham. In the past 2 minutes, it's been all West Ham. The pressure is on us. Oh. And you can see some of the players, the fatigue is kicking in. It's kicking in. Bruno, I've barely seen him. Barely seen Bruno Fernandes. And that's the disappointment with our midfield sometimes. They go invisible, man. You should be controlling a midfield against West Ham. But you're not. Our players should be good enough to control this midfield. But in the past 5 minutes, it's been all West Ham. You're failing to take control of the game. You're failing to keep the ball. And this is a pattern with Man United, right? First half, first 20 minutes, hey, you're creating chances, doing all this, doing all that. And then now, when it really means, when it really matters, you're letting the momentum go to West Ham. When it really means something. Oh. Kelman missed the shot, missed the header. They're getting chances, West Ham. Just because they're a basic team. They're a mid-table team, to be honest. West Ham are a mid-table team. We face a better team with these chances, hey, you're praying for your life. And if that was a better pass from Antonio, it would have been game over. 1-0. Come on, switch the play. Switch the play. Let your boy Amad Diallo touch the ball. Switch the play. Switch the play. Corner. Go kick. Huh. Go kick. Thought it was a corner. Oh, United. Stop giving us stress. Ooh. Second half, West Ham more possession and more passes, more shots, more attempts. They've been the better team second half, West Ham. So you just need to take control. Take some type of control. Oh, this is the football we don't want to see either as fans. At least the football needs to improve as well. If this was 0-0 but we're playing unbelievable football, I think the fans won't be complaining so much. But now it's like you're playing Jose Mourinho football without the results. It's horrible, man. At least with Jose, he gets results with the type of football he plays. If you want to play horrible football, you need to be getting the results. But horrible football without results, that's when the fans will lose faith, man. What is this? Amad Diallo, come on. Oh, you failed to beat your man. That was the opportunity, Diallo. That was the opportunity. Oh, I just need a goal at this point. I don't care how you guys get the goal. I just need a goal. Because now we're approaching the 70th minute and you're still goalless. Spending this type of money, you need some type of consistency. Especially the money you spend. We've spent more than any other team except for Chelsea. The only team that has spent more than us is Chelsea in the past 3 seasons. Under Erik ten Hag, the only team that has spent more is Chelsea. So you need to deliver results. This football is horrible, man. Ahmad, beat your guy, beat your man. And I don't know why we didn't sign young players like Endrick at Real Madrid or Andre Goulet. Those guys are cold. Those young players are cold. But you want to sign academy players from Arsenal. The guy won't do anything for us this season. At least if you signed Endrick. Yo, he would have been cold. Endrick, yo, that's the guy you should have signed. Because his movement, his clinical ability, he's different. He's different. Endrick at Real Madrid, he's different. I think by next season, he's going to replace Mbappe. He's way better than Mbappe, Endrick. Way better. Just as a football player, technical-wise, he's better than Mbappe. In front of goal, the runs he makes, he's different. He is different, man. Endrick. That's why in Brazil, they hype him up so much. Because Brazil, they don't hype up just any player, right? Nobody in Brazil was hyping up Anthony, even when he was at Ajax. But Endrick, they hype him up because he's different. In Brazil, when they compare you to Pele, it means you got skills. And that's what Endrick has. He's different. Ooh. Emerson wasn't there. Just keep them away from the goal, right? Don't concede any mistakes, chances, corners. I think if West Ham are gonna score, it's gonna be from like a set piece or a corner, because right now their their creation is as bad as ours. Their chance creation is as bad as ours. In the second half, they're not really creating clear-cut chances. Yes, they've created something, but it's not chances where you say, hey, he should have scored. We've actually created better opportunities. We created better opportunities in the first half. Ooh. This is horrendous, man. Corner for West Ham. This is what you need to prevent, corners, because they're looking for the corner because they know corners are the best chance of scoring. Corners, free kick, that's where they can find a goal. Ooh. Emerson. Oh, good header by Diego. Keeping it out. Another corner, though. Another corner, though. That was a good header by Delo. Keeping it away from West Ham players. But the pressure's on. The pressure's on. These corners are scaring me because that's where they're going to get a goal from. If he hits that header properly, they score. It just shows you the lack of quality in this West Ham team. Imagine if Kudus was playing. He would have created something for these guys. Look, a straightforward cross, straightforward header, he's failing. And I see a West Ham goal. I see a West Ham goal coming, man. The way we're playing right now, it only leads to disaster. And these corners they're getting is crazy. I see a West Ham goal. Just when I say these guys score 1-0. And that's what I said. When these guys get a clear-cut opportunity, they're gonna score. We had so many opportunities, one-on-one chances were missing. Clear chances were missing. First half, you're gonna regret your opportunities. That's what I said. Now they get their first clear-cut chance, their first clear-cut opportunity, and they score. Nah. And it was expected. I was even saying before they score, I see a West Ham goal coming because the pressure was there from West Ham. The pressure was there from these guys. You can't run away from such type of pressure. They're getting so many corners. They're getting so many free kicks. The pressure was there. It was just inevitable for this goal to come. And I was saying that the first half, when you don't take your opportunities, the first clear-cut chance they're going to get, they're going to score. And that's how you fall apart. You remember those opportunities you missed. That's why I was so upset when Garnacho was missing one-on-ones. Because I know what this team does. They always concede. You need every goal you can get. That's why I was upset when Garnacho missed a one-on-one. That's why I was upset when Diego Dalot missed an open goal. Because of situations like this, we know how this team operates. they always find a way to concede. Ah, disappointing, man. West Ham, these guys have been horrible the whole season. Oh, and that's how Man United start. First 20 minutes, you start well, and then you fall apart. Now you're trailing, looking for an equalizer. It's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace. And all this, the main problem is just the manager. It's just the manager, man. All this leads back to the manager. All this leads back to the manager, because if you're seeing the same things happen, the same types of goals conceded, the same things happen, it's down to the manager. When you're seeing the same things happen week in, week out, Fenerbahce, you concede. This time you concede. When you're seeing the same patterns happen, you gotta blame the manager, right? The same situations, no changing. Yeah, you're not changing the tactics. It's the same thing. It's the same useless football. It's the same. The same. Bro, we're struggling on a daily basis. You gotta blame the manager, man. The same situation week in, week out. Let's hope they get an equalizer. But right now, I think a lot of fans are fed up of watching the same thing. Right? You're struggling to score. You're struggling to win games. We've been starving for so long. We've been starving for a win for so long. Right? We might go a month without winning a game. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Oh my God. And this game, if we get an equalizer, the best we can do is a draw. So we've been struggling to actually win a game. We might go a month without winning a game. It's embarrassing, man. Oh. And the games we have won, it wasn't even convincing. Those weren't even convincing wins. So it's just a disaster all round. Oh, United, man. Letting us down week in, week out. But this is down to the board. You already know what the problem is and you don't want to find a solution. So you can't be shocked that things are not changing when you're not fixing the problem, right? It's like you have a broken meter and then you're asking yourself why the water bill is high every month. Fix the water meter and then the water bill won't be high. Right? That's the same situation here. You already know what the problem is, but you don't want to fix it. Fix the water meter, then the water bill won't be extremely high at the end of the month. So our water meter is broken. Erik ten Hag is broken. You got to fix it. You got to fix the manager. You got to get a proper water meter. That's why you're getting taxed so much. Yeah, that's why you're losing games like this. That's why you're conceding basic goals. Look at Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's given up, man. He's just looking at this like, yo, what is this? He's giving up, man. He doesn't even want to talk to Erik ten Hag. Look at this. He doesn't even want to look at Erik ten Hag, Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's like, hey, this ain't my guy. This ain't my guy. I don't know who this guy is, yeah? Oh, my God. Ruud van Nistelrooy doesn't even want to look at him. Hey, this ain't my guy. Yeah, these ain't my tactics. Oh. Scary, man. Scary. West Ham have been horrible this season, but we're the team that gives them points. We're the team that are going to give them a win. Embarrassing. Embarrassing, man. Ah. And people are going to say, hey, we missed a lot of opportunities. But as a team, why do you need 10 opportunities to score one goal? If that's how you're moving, then you deserve to lose. If you're always missing, then you deserve to lose. Let's get an equalizer before the 80th minute, man. An equalizer would do so much for this team. You can't be struggling like this. Xerxes, who was that? Casemiro. Oh. 1-1, Cass. Was that a Xerxes assist? Oh, whoa. Whoa, 1-1, Casemiro. That equalizer was needed, man. That equalizer was needed. Oh, good header by Casemiro. Can you get a winner? I hope so. Because I don't want another draw, right? People start celebrating this goal if we get a draw. But I'm only going to celebrate if we get a win. Get another goal. Get another goal. Drawing another game isn't good enough. Oh, United. Good goal by Casemiro, though. Oh. Why do you take so long to score? Yeah, you're only scoring when the other team scores. That shouldn't be our culture, man. You did this so many times. We've done this so many times, man. You only wake up when the other team scores. No, you're supposed to be clinical regardless. If we draw this game, I'll be upset, man. Infuriated. Oh. You can't be playing like this week in, week out. West Ham, you're supposed to be winning these games by the 70th minute. You already know that, oh, we've beaten this team. Let's relax. Let's bring in some academy players. These are the types of games you win with spare time to go, right? 80th minute, you're still trying to find a winner. It's not good enough, man. Oh. And even a draw isn't good enough. We just need a win. A win is all you need. Because just think about it. Yeah, the past 2 games you're drawing, it's not good enough. Back-to-back draws. It's not good enough. Because draws are the most misleading results in football. They're the most misleading results in football. A draw. We're drawing too many games. You got to win this. We don't need a draw today. We don't need a draw. You got to win this, man. 1-1 ain't good enough. It's not like West Ham have been unbelievable. No. You got to win. You're not playing a world-class team where you're saying, oh, yeah, we'll take the draw. This is Manchester City. We'll take the draw. No, this is West Ham. You got to win. If this was City, then I would understand, okay, well, away to Man City, let's take the draw. But right now, you got to win. You can't take the draw. Guys, 5 minutes to win the game. Wake up. Time is not on our side. Oh. Start praying for an improvement, man. United, please. Don't waste this game. Please, please, please. I just need something today. A win. We haven't tasted a win for some time now. For some time. Barely seen wins. All you're tasting is a draw or a defeat. It's not good enough. Look at this. We're the team supposed to be attacking, not West Ham. We're the team supposed to be looking for that winning goal, not West Ham. Come on. It's not good enough. Oh, it is not good enough. And United, if you don't win this game, it's below average. It is below average. You can't go week in, week out, just doing the same thing, expecting different results. That's why we're drawing so many games. 1, lack of clinical edge. 2, lack of tactics. 3, defensive mistakes. That's really why we're really struggling a lot, right? The manager's poor tactics, the mistakes where we make during games, the lack of clinical edge. That's basically the 3 main problems. The manager, the clinical edge, and the mistakes. Those are the 3 main problems. It's scary to actually see. And here you need the goal more than West Ham, but they're the ones attacking. They're the ones looking for the goal. Look at this. In the final minutes of the game, it's West Ham trying to get the goal instead of you. It's like you're comfortable with the draw. Push forward. Push forward. Oh. Oh. Low key, I think we just need to get humiliated for this manager to be sacked. Because it looks like, oh, VAR checking for a penalty. Damn. VAR checking for a penalty. Will it be given? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. If this penalty is given, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. VAR, please don't do us like this. Oh. No. We don't need a penalty. Please, ref. And they only go to the VAR when it's a clear penalty. Let's hope they don't give it, man. It's a handball, though. It's a handball from them. Oh, the right shin. But it's not a penalty, please. Please don't say penalty. Please. Don't do us like this. Don't do us like this. I'd rather take a draw over a loss, please. No. VAR. He's taking his time. Please, not a penalty. Guys, don't do me like this. Don't do us like this, please. Please. And it's a penalty, man. No. 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 VAR screwed us. But overall, I'm putting this result to the manager, man. Whether it's VAR, penalty, this, that, he needs to go. Another loss. Imagine that. Premier League, you've lost more than you've won this season. That's embarrassing. If they score this penalty and win the game, Oh, we've lost more than we've won this season if they score this penalty and win the game. This is a joke. Losing more games than you've won. And you're Manchester United. If they score this penalty, oh, I can't even watch this, man. Please, please. Onana, we know that you're unbelievable, Andre. Onana, please. Yeah. Our only hope is Onana. Save this penalty. Save this penalty. Save us, Andre. Onana. Please, Andre. Andre, please. You can't lose this. Andre, please. Andre, please. Andre. 12 added minutes. Andre, please. Come on. No, please, please, Andre. Oh, no. My Andre. Oh, no. Please, Andre, save this. I need you to save this. Save us, Andre. Please. Please, my brother Andre. Save this penalty. Save. Oh, no. Another loss, man. I know there are 12 added minutes, but it's highly unlikely that we're going to win this game. Yeah, we created chances in the first half, but that doesn't mean anything. That's what I was saying in the first half. Take your chances. You take your chances. You're not in situations like this. But it's not good enough. Man United, you're losing more games than you've won in the Premier League. Just think about that. Think about that. Liverpool, you got smashed. Brighton, you lost. Tottenham, you lost. And now you're about to lose again. How are we losing so many games? United, how? The only answer is the manager. The only answer is the manager. How are we losing so many games? Erik ten Hag, that's how. Because you can't say, hey, you're losing more than you're winning. That's embarrassing, man. West Ham, this is embarrassing, man. Yes, it's a penalty, unfair. But overall, United, you're playing a mid-table team and we're crying about the referee. We should have dealt with this team long time ago. 60th minute, you should have been finished with this team. 3-2 goals. Finish with this team, and then you bring in academy players. That's what Man City would have done. But us, we're still crying about, no, the referee. We should be blaming the manager for a lot of these things. Because it's like when you have a leak in your meter, right? The reason people are charging you a high water bill is because of the leak. You gotta solve the leak. And the leak for us is Erik ten Hag. The main problem is the manager. You gotta fix the main problem before you worry about other problems. Yes, the players, they're not world class. But even if you give Erik ten Hag, Lionel Messi, this man will struggle. He'll struggle to win the league. So it's better you get a manager you can trust. You get a manager that you know can take you to the next level. Because you can give this man Lionel Messi, Gareth Bale, all the world-class players in their prime. he's not winning the league. He ain't. He ain't. Because when you give him good players, one, he won't play them in the right position. Two, he'll start experimenting. Three, his tactics are not good enough. It's just a mess. Another loss. Now, West Ham just have to do what they did the whole game to win this game, right? The best we can get is a draw from this game. It's embarrassing. And this is how you're moving? Manchester United. Manchester United. Yeah, a manager has you with negative goal difference. You're out of the top 4 race, but you're still giving him time? Manchester United. This manager hasn't won a game in the Europa League. You're in negative goal difference in Europa. Oh, no, not Europa. In the Premier League, you're in negative goal difference. He hasn't won a game in the Europa League, right? You've lost more games than you've won. You've lost more games, big Manchester United, and you're still giving the manager time? You've lost more games than you've won. And it's almost November. We're coming to November, right? We've played, what, more than 10 games now? In both Europa and... this is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to see. Big Manchester United, negative goal difference. You've lost more games than you've won. And you're still keeping the manager? This is mid-table club behavior. This is mid-table club behavior. Losing more games than you've won. Negative goal difference. Just think about that. Europa, you haven't won a game. Europa League. You haven't won any game in the Europa League. That's embarrassing. Look at this. Who are the guys that need a goal, but West Ham are still putting in more effort trying to get that third goal? And you can't really blame the referee because this has been happening game after game after game. Yes, today we got done by a penalty, but what's the excuse for the previous games? Yeah, we might go a week, a month without winning a game under Erik ten Hag because our next games, they're not easy. You go to Chelsea playing like this, you're getting destroyed. So I'm genuinely thinking in the Premier League, next month, we might not win a game. Because genuinely, this was one of our easiest games. This was one of our easiest games. November, December is crazy. You're playing Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. These are the games you should be taking advantage of. Now I'm scared for November, December. Because that's when the big boys are coming. Man City, look, we're the guys under. Look, West Ham are trying to score, but we need a goal. West Ham are still testing Onana. Onana's still saving us. But we're the guys trailing. We're the guys that need a goal. It's embarrassing. Negative goal difference. You're failing to win game after. We're starving. We're starving for a win. Imagine Manchester United starving for a win. Even in Europa League, that wasn't even Champions League. Europa League, you're starving to win. Premier League, you're starving to win. It's crazy, man. And you're still sticking with the manager? Right? You've lost more than you've won. Manchester United, just think about that. David Moyes wasn't this bad. David Moyes can't say that I lost more games than I won. David Moyes can't say that, I finished with negative goal difference. That's how deep it was. Frank Lampard can't say that, I lost more games than I won. Frank Lampard And he's one of the worst managers in history. Frank Lampard. Even at Chelsea, Frank Lampard, he was getting some goals. It wasn't negative goal difference. They were just losing games. Frank Lampard, you're worse than Frank Lampard. Your record is worse than Frank Lampard in the first 3 months of the league. That's embarrassing. That's actually embarrassing. If you're being compared to Frank Lampard, oh my God, man. Oh. Man, if this was Frank Lampard, most of the fans would have wanted him out. Just imagine if this was somebody else. If this was Frank Lampard, most of the fans would wanted him out. They would have wanted him out. If Erik ten Hag was Frank Lampard, most of the fans would have wanted him out. Right? But the only reason people back Erik ten Hag is because he's Dutch. It's because of what he did at Ajax. No, look at what he did at Ajax. He might do that. If this was Frank Lampard, a lot of the fans would have said, no, get rid of him. But people only back him because of, oh, he was fancy at Ajax. He was fancy at Ajax. Imagine, Lampard wasn't this bad. Oh my God. Frank wasn't this bad. Frank wasn't this bad. If you're being compared to Frank Lampard, you need to be fired. If your record is similar or worse to Frank Lampard in the first 3 months, you need to be fired. It's game over. Oh. Lampard wasn't this bad. Even when he was at Everton. That's what you have to think about. Because Lampard, he didn't even finish with negative goal difference. Imagine that. Oh, extraordinary win for West Ham. I wouldn't even call it extraordinary. People expected this. You can expect the worst with Manchester United. You can expect the worst. Look at this. The West Ham fans are turned up. Turned up. They want that full-time whistle right now. West Ham fans want that full-time whistle right now. They're turned up. They know they've won the game. Look at this. Look at this. And I won't even say West Ham don't deserve this because we've missed our opportunities. We've missed our chances. And now you'll get punished for that. You're going to get punished for that. You're going to get punished for that. Look, if the Glazers were still in charge, people would be saying Glazers out. Why isn't there pressure for Sir Jim Ratcliffe? Why haven't you changed the manager? If this was the Glazers, you're losing 2-1 to West Ham like this. Look, he's celebrating. It's game over. Their manager is celebrating. Embarrassing game from Manchester United. Embarrassing way to finish 14th. 14th. You're worse than Frank Lampard. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing to actually see. And overall, when you don't take your chances, you deserve to lose. And that's what we saw today, right? We're failing to take our chances. We're moving like a banter club. And overall, was it a penalty? Wasn't it a penalty? You shouldn't be in situations like that because by that time, you should have been, what, 3-1, 4-1 up. If you took Diego Dalot scores, that's another go. Garnacho scores, that's another go. So right now you gotta blame the players and the manager. I'm not gonna blame the referee. Oh, it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. Because next week again, they're gonna flop. They're gonna lose. They're gonna be inconsistent. That's what was seen with Manchester United. And overall, it needs to end, man. Eric Ten Hag out. He needs to go.